Hello and welcome back. Today we are learning how to add chords to I Have a Dog. So by now you should have mastered it in the right hand. Now we're going to learn how to add 1 and 5/7 chords in the left hand. Let's come over to the piano and check it out. Okay, this first time through I'm going to play I Have a Dog, and I'd like you to just listen and say out loud whether you hear a 1 chord or a 5/7 chord. The first time through, I won't even play the melody. I'll just play the chords, and I'd like you to close your eyes. So you're not using your eyes, you're only using your ears to hear the 1 chord, which sounds like this, or the 5/7 chord, which sounds like this. So out loud, try to say 1 or 5/7 as you hear each chord. Here we go. Say it out loud. Okay, here are the correct answers. I did 1 chord, 1, 5/7, 1. Good, now let's try to say those same chords together as I add in the melody. It will sound like this. 1 chord, 1 chord, 5/7 chord, 1 chord. Good. Now let's take a closer look at how to play those chords. You probably remember from Oranges and Lemons that when we move to the C major pentascale, we do the 1 chord using C, E, and G, and then for the 5/7 chord, we're going to use fingers 1 and 2 on F and G, and then our pinky will stretch down to B like this. And again, if that's too big of a stretch, you can simplify that chord to just F and G. So the 1 chord will sound like this, with fingers 5, 3, and 1, and then the 5/7 chord like this on fingers 5, 2, and 1. You put it together and the song will sound like this. All right, let's write in the chord symbols for the first row using Roman numerals. Since we used a 1 chord right here on beat 1 of the first measure, we'll write a Roman numeral 1 there. Then on the word dog, we played another 1 chord, so let's write in a Roman numeral 1 there. And then here on measure 3, we used a 5/7 chord. So we'll add that. And then we had one more 1 chord in measure 4. Now what I'd like you to do is on your own go through the rest of the song and figure out what chords sound best in each measure. We'll only use 1 and 5/7 chords and write in what you find and see if there's a pattern to how the chords work through the song. Once you've figured out all the chords, practice the whole thing hands together with chords until you've mastered it. So now your job is adding chords to I Have a Dog. You can also try transposing it with chords to the other positions you know. Remember that when you go from a 1 chord to the 5/7 chord, in your left hand, the pinky always goes to the nearest note to the left, which sometimes may be a black key. Like when you're in the G pentascale, remember that your pinky goes to F sharp for the 5/7 chord. In the C pentascale, however, you use all white keys in both the 1 chord and the 5/7 chord. So depending on your position, you need to think about where your pinky goes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I have a shark, and his name is Sharky. He is the one I love the best. When he is good, he is never snarky. When he is bad, he eats everything in sight. Ah!